Welcome to Slow English Podcast for Arabs.
Nothing is free. Welcome back to Speak English Now.
In this episode, I will tell you a story. Nothing is free. It is the story of a young man named Samir. Samir will talk about his life, his mistakes, and the lessons he learned. This story is simple and easy to understand. It will help you improve your English and learn something important about life. Are you ready? Let's start the story. When I was young, I thought life was simple. My father had money, so I did not worry. I did not study much. I did not work. I had everything I wanted. If I saw something nice, I asked my father, and he bought it for me. A new watch, new clothes, new shoes. My father never said no. My friends told me, "You should plan for your future." But I laughed. Why should I worry? Why should I worry? My father has money, and that is enough. Every morning I woke up late. The sun was already shining when I opened my eyes. Sometimes breakfast was ready in bed. I ate slowly, then watched TV for hours. I played games. I listened to music. I relaxed. Sometimes I went out with my friends. We ate in restaurants. We watched movies. We traveled to new places. I always had money in my pocket. I felt free. Life was easy and fun. I thought it would always be like this. I never thought about money and where it comes from. I never thought about work. When I wanted to travel, I traveled. When I wanted new shoes, I bought them. When I wanted a new phone, I chose the best one. My father paid for everything. I did not think about how hard he worked. I did not ask him about his business. I only enjoyed my life. I only thought about today. I never thought about tomorrow. One day, I came home
And
saw my father sitting in the living room. He looked different,
He was
tired. His
face
was pale, and his hands were shaking. "Father, are you okay?" I asked. He smiled a little, but his eyes were sad. "I'm just tired, my son," he said. After that day, many things started to change. My father went to the hospital many times. He could not work like before. The money in our house became less and less. At first, we sold our big car. I thought, it's okay. We can buy another one later. Then we moved to a smaller house. I thought, it's fine. This is only for a short time. But slowly I understood the truth. The money was not coming back. My father was not getting better. And for the first time in my life, I felt afraid. I wanted new things, but no one bought them for me. I wanted to travel, but there was no money. I wanted to eat in restaurants, but we stayed home. I realized something. Life was not free. Money was not magic. My father was the one who worked hard for everything. And now he could not work anymore. That night, my father called me to his room. He spoke slowly, his voice weak. "My son, I gave you everything, but I forgot to teach you one thing. Nothing is free in life. You must learn to stand on your own feet." His words stayed in my heart. I could not sleep. For the first time, I asked myself, what will I do tomorrow? The next morning, I woke up early. It was strange for me, because before, I always woke up late. But this time, I had no choice. There was no breakfast on the table. There was no money in my pocket. I looked at my father. He was weak and could not work. I remembered his words. Nothing is free in life. You must stand on your own feet. So I went outside to look for a job. I walked in the streets. and asked in many shops, "Do you need help?" I said. Some people shook their heads. Others asked me, "Do you have experience? Do you have skills?" I had none. Finally, one small shop owner said, "You can help me carry boxers. The pay is little, but if you work hard, maybe I will keep you." The work was very hard. The boxes were heavy. My back hurt, and my hands became rough. I was tired, my clothes were dirty, and sweat ran down my face. I thought about my old life, waking up late, eating in restaurants, buying phones and shoes. Now everything was different. At night, I came home exhausted. I wanted to sleep, but my mind was full. I thought, this is life. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't try, I will have nothing. It was the first time I understood the meaning of responsibility. The next weeks were not easy. Every day I woke up early. I carried heavy boxers, cleaned the shop, and helped customers. My body was tired, but my mind started to change. I began to watch the shop owner carefully. How he talked to customers. How he counted money. How he ordered new products. I realized there was so much to learn. At night, I did not only sleep. Sometimes I read small books. I watched videos to learn English and other scrolls. I wanted to grow. My friend saw me and said, "You are different now. You work hard. You are serious." I smiled, but inside I felt sad. I remembered the time I wasted when I was young. If I had studied before, maybe life would be easier now. But I told myself, it's not too late. I can still change. Step by step, I will be better. Slowly, I learned to save money. I did not buy things I did not need. I helped my mother with the house. I started to respect time. My father looked at me one evening and said, I see you are becoming a man now. I am proud of you. His words gave me new strength. I promised myself that I would never go back to my old lazy life. Months passed. I was still working in the shop, but things started to change. The shop owner saw that I came early every day. He saw that I worked hard and never complained. One day he said to me, "You are a good worker. From now I will pay you more. I will also teach you how to manage the shop." I was so happy. For the first time, I felt that my work had value. I learned how to talk politely to customers, how to give them change, how to write down orders. Sometimes I made mistakes, but the owner was patient. He said, "Don't worry, learning takes time." Day by day, I became more confident.
Customers
Started to know me. They smiled and said, "You are a nice young man. You will have a good future." Their words gave me hope. I saved part of my salary every month. It was not much, but it was mine. I did not spend it on expensive clothes or phones. I thought about tomorrow, not only today. At home, my father watched me. He was weak, but his eyes were bright. He said, "This is the life lesson I wanted you to learn. Money does not come easily. You must respect it." I nodded. Now I understood. I knew I was still at the beginning, but I also knew I was walking on the right path. One night, after work, I sat alone in my small room. I looked at the money I saved. It was not a lot, but it was something. I thought to myself, maybe one day I can have my own shop. Maybe one day I can be the boss. This idea made my heart beat fast. I started to dream. I imagined a shop with my name on it. I imagined customers coming every day, smiling, buying things, and leaving happy. But then I remembered the truth. I did not have enough money. I did not know enough about business. I was still learning. At first, I felt sad, but then I told myself, dreams are not free. If I want this dream, I must work harder. So I began to ask the shop owner more questions. Where do you buy products? How do you choose prices? How do you keep customers happy? He answered me with patience. Sometimes he even let me help him with small decisions. At home, I read more books about business. I learned how to save, how to plan, and how to think about the future. I was not the same boy who woke up late and wasted time. Now I wanted to use every hour to grow. My father smiled when I told him about my dream. He said, "Son, I cannot give you money now, but I can give you advice. Work with honesty, respect people, and never give up." His words became my guide. My dream was still far, but it was alive in my heart. After 2 more years of hard work, I had saved enough money to try something new. It was not much, but it was enough to start a very small shop. I was nervous, but I was also excited. I rented a little place in a busy street. It was small, with only one window and one door. I painted the walls, cleaned the floor, and put a simple sign outside. "Welcome." At first, I sold only a few items. Snacks, drinks, and basic things. The first day, only 3 customers came. The second day, maybe 5. I felt worried. I thought, maybe this will fail. Maybe I will lose everything. But I remembered my father's words. Work with honesty, respect people, and never give up. So I smiled at every customer. I greeted them kindly. I worked long hours, from morning until night. Day by day, more people came. They told their friends. Slowly, my shop became known. The road was not easy. Sometimes I did not sell enough. Sometimes other shops sold things cheaper than me. Sometimes I felt tired and wanted to quit. But each problem taught me a lesson. I learned to advertise. When prices were high, I learned to find better suppliers. When I felt tired, I remembered why I started. To build a future, to take care of my family, to prove to myself that I could. After some more years, my little shop grew bigger. I added more products. I hired one helper, then two. I was no longer just a worker. I was a business owner. One day, I bought my father a new chair and put it inside the shop. He sat there, watching me serve customers. His eyes were full of pride.
He said,
"My son, you learned the lesson. I am happy." At that moment, I felt something I never felt before.
real success.
Not because of money, not because of things, but because I built it with my own hands. Now, when I see young people wasting their time, I tell them my story. When I was young, I thought life was simple. I thought money would always be there. But I was wrong. Nothing is free in life. If you want a good future, you must study, you must work. You must prepare. Money can disappear, but knowledge and skills will stay with you forever. I smile when I say this because I know it is true. Life is not easy, but if you work hard and never give up, you can build something beautiful. Life is not free. Money, success, respect, everything has a price. And the price is hard work, patience, and responsibility.